Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So in this video, I'm going to address a comment recently posted 3 days ago. It says, "I don't know why you get so much hate in your comments. Thank you for sharing your knowledge." Right? And one of the things I always like to talk about is your mindset. And in order to be successful, you always have to think that you're a king or a queen. Right? You're in when you're an adult, and this is different from when you're a child. When you're an adult, you're either one of two things. You're either a king or a queen or you're a peasant. There's like no in between. It's like kind of like how there's no middle class, right? You're either really rich or you're really poor. No, nothing in between. And the same with your mindset, right? So you're either a king or a queen or you're a peasant and you have to decide you personally which mindset you're going to have. Now, here's the thing. Historically, royalty, kings and queens, they built castles, right? That took a lot of effort to build. Now, why did they build castles? Because they knew random people that they did not know, random strangers, like the people who attacked me don't know me, right? Random strangers will attack them and try to steal their stuff, right? And we only do this to people who we think have some sort of status, have something that actually they offer to the world. Heck, they will admire you and they may not even realize it, right? Because here's the thing, we it's very hard for us to hate things that we don't really that's not even on our radar. I mean, think about the last time you saw a homeless person and you hated on him, right? And actually, funny story. I actually wrote this on my Instagram, and some lady found my Instagram, and she said my ex-husband was homeless, and she ruined our three kids' lives, or something like that. So I get there are exceptions, right? But when's the last time you saw someone who was homeless, and it was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to tell this person how much I hate them and all that? Like, it kind of sucks, but you want to complain to other people, like the politicians, but you don't really complain to them. You know what I'm saying? So, just because you have haters, like I don't really worry about it. And I'm gonna take the cue from Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I don't know if you ever like heard about how the rich dad father was actually a secret for a long time, but right until right after he passed away. Like I don't know if you knew that, but Robert Kiyosaki, the author of that book, had to um, made sure that he never revealed the rich dad's actual name or revealed who he was, because here's the thing, when people find out, oh, you're super duper rich, then they're going to treat you differently, and then you become a target, right? So that's why I kind of just do this like semi anonymously, but people have found out who I am through this channel. Now, here's a book that from the 1950s that can help you understand hater mentality. And this is from the 1950s. So, people unfortunately haven't changed. I wish they did, but in fact, in many ways, I think we're going backwards in society. But look up the book Eric Hoffer, The True Believer, right? And there's this one section that I want you to read. You could get it at Amazon.com. True Believers, the True Believer: Thoughts on the Nature of Mass Movements. Okay, thoughts on the nature of mass movements. This one right here. Eric Hoffer, I think he died in, when did he die? 1960? Let me actually Google search when he passed away. So Eric Hoffer, death date, 83. 83. Okay. So let's go back here and read a passage from that book. So it says, "It is easier to hate an enemy with much good in him than one who is all bad. We cannot hate those we despise. The Japanese," and again, this is talking about World War II because he wrote the book in the 50s, "had an advantage over us in that they admired us more than we admired them, right? They could hate us more fervently than we could hate them. The Americans are poor haters in international affairs because their innate feeling of superiority over all foreigners. An American's hatred for a fellow American is far more virulent than any antipathy he can work up against foreigners. It is of interest that the backward South shows more xenophobia than the rest of the country. Should Americans begin to hate foreigners wholeheartedly, it will begin to it will be an indication that they have lost confidence in their own way of life. And what's funny is I think we are at a point in American history that we have lost confidence in our own way of life. So a lot of bangers in just this section right here about human psychology and haters. And like I said before, it's just much easier to hate people that we secretly admire than someone who just has all bad in them. Like I've never really like super hated a homeless person, ranted about them that they're like the worst, even though like I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bad going on in even in the homeless communities, although they're kind of portrayed like they're angels that need to save sometimes by certain organizations. But what I'm saying is that I don't think about them every single night, and I don't have to write like internet comments. Oh my goodness, let me tell you why you're wrong. In fact, I want to tell you what's funny. There have been people in this channel who have been like writing like virulently about how velocity banking is a scam and like listening to every single video that I've written and trying to like tell me that I'm wrong. And I just tell them that, yeah, dude, like you're totally right, man. Like, man. And then they get like really angry, like, why won't you debate me? I'm like, dude, I just told you you're right. It's like, well, you can't prove, like, yeah, dude, you're right. Like my channel doesn't make any sense. Now here's the funny thing. I don't control what the marketplace does. Like, it's kind of like this. If I put a property for sale in San Francisco, right? I could write in the description, this is the worst house ever. I'm going to sell for $100,000, and market forces will make it go up to $1 million, right? It's the same with this YouTube channel, right? So if people find no value in it, they're not going to click it. They're not going to listen to the videos. I really think people really are objecting not to the channel itself, but to market forces. Like, I mean, the fact that the haters listen to the videos so much, 2,400 hours, and are giving me so much ad revenue, like I think like it's kind of like that episode of Simpsons. Like I don't know if you ever watched that episode of Simpsons. Like let me see, The Simpsons Just Don't Look. So basically, what's happening in this episode is that a bunch of like TV advertisements in a Halloween episode are actually, you know, they're actually destroying the city. And the way that you defeat them is just don't look. It's the same with these YouTube videos. If you want to defeat me and not give me money, 300, it's almost $300 here, don't watch the channel. But people can't do that because for whatever reasons, but but again, I don't control the marketplace. The marketplace has decided that I'm going to get $300 a month in ad revenue, uh, and people object to that for whatever reason. And it doesn't even matter what I say unless I say something stupid, like completely stupid, that's like horribly offensive. And I don't know, I'm showing graphical content that I shouldn't be showing, but it is what it is, right? But back to my point. So if you ever want to read this again, Eric Hoffer, 1951, The True Believer, and just think about yourself. Like, I mean, I really find it hard to hate people that like I think are below me. And I'll be honest, these days, I think a lot of people are below me, and it's kind of sad, right? Because I never used to think like that. But I've been homeless almost three times, and I realized, okay, people are either going to screw me, so I have to think that I'm better than everyone else, but I'm going to be like this benevolent king. That's really what I think of myself. But understand that kings and queens have castles because random people out of nowhere will attack them, right, and steal their stuff. Okay, good stuff. Well, this is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. If you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below. I just want to let you know that booking a call is $100 for an introduction. So only book if you're serious. All right. Have a great day, everybody, and we will speak next time.